What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Today we are going to be taking a look at Songs of Samhain 2, the Haunted Record Player. This album right here is the second in the series of the Songs of Samhain. If you haven't watched my review for the first one, you can go watch it. That way I'm not repeating a whole lot of what I said in the first one. But I love this fucking series, and it just continues with the second one. Honestly, I've seen a lot of people say that this is their least favorite. I can understand and probably honestly agree, but I still love this album quite a bit. It's got some bangers on there. Again, if you haven't watched my review of the first Songs of Samhain, this is in a playlist. It's actually in two different playlists, and I can listen to it from front to back. I think it's really good. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual album itself. There you have the front. I've actually seen somebody on Twitter say, and I don't remember who it was, so I'm not going to put them on blast unless I know it was actually them or not. But they feel like this was a ripoff of the Hell's Pit cover. I can kind of see how they feel like that, because it almost looks like flames in the background. There goes my camera again. It looks like there's flames in the background, but I don't get that vibe that much. This honestly looks like the inside of a pumpkin. It looks like this, like, demon has this record player on the inside of a pumpkin. That's pretty much what I see, and I think maybe that's what their direction was, because this actually is the album that when you open it and smell it, it smells like pumpkin spice. So I remember last year when this came out, a lot of people were talking about that. I actually heard people talking about it at the Yum Yum Bedlam release party, which was really kind of cool. And at the time, I still wasn't fucking with Twisted, so I really didn't even pay much attention. But now that I'm here, and I'm kind of excited too that it actually does smell like it. So let's go ahead and crack open into the inside of this. This one actually does have a book, so I guess we will go ahead and take a look at the book first, if you guys would like. We'll open it up. There you have some of the credits there. There you have... Oh, this kind of folds out to a bigger image. Why don't we actually fold it out to the bigger image and show it all at once? You know, I really like the theming. I like the artwork that they have with the Songs of Samhain, and this one just kept it going. And actually, in a lot of ways, I feel like this even went a step further than the first one. The first one just had like some cultic type imagery that added some legend and lore to the Songs of Samhain, which I think is really fucking cool. When you get it all opened up, there you have the Haunted Record Player kind of coming out of this, like, what's that called? What is that called? I don't know. It's like the thing that hypnotizes you. I don't know what that's called. What the fuck? But there you have the rest of the song credits as well. But I really love the artwork and theming that they have with the Songs of Samhain series. Obviously, I'm a juggalo. I like Halloween. It's the best fucking time. Oh, it's the best time of the year. So I really fuck with these albums a lot. So we'll go ahead and flip her over to the back with the track list. And again, if you haven't been watching my reviews lately, we are switching it up. We are not playing snippets of every single song. We will just play snippets of my favorite tracks. But we will go over the track list, which is I Shall Arrive, Needle on the Record, Go Out, Haunted Thoughts, Sing It, Heavier Every Time, Nursery Rhyme from a Different Time, Paint the Town Red, Halloween Treat, and Quarantine. Now, something about this one that they didn't have on the first one, this one actually has some Venomous 5 tracks. So if there's anybody that doesn't fully know what's going on with Venomous 5, I guess there was some tracks that Twisted had recorded and sent. And I'm paraphrasing like a motherfucker. So if I got some shit wrong, please correct me in the comments down below. But if I remember correctly, it was mentioned at Camp Zool 2, I believe, that the boys from A.X.E, from Ala Zululu, that's not the way that they wanted to do Venomous 5. They actually wanted to do it in the studio all together, you know, on some Dark Lotus type shit, write the albums together and produce it and do it all together. And I guess Twisted must have been like in a creative fucking mindset, and they just like banged out these Venomous 5 tracks, sent them over to Ala Zululu, and you know, I mean, you've already got this process going, so my assumption is, I don't know if this is true or not, so if you do know, put it down below. I believe the 2 tracks on here, and possibly even the 2 tracks that are on the third one, must be from some of these sessions where Twisted had been in that creative mindset and made the songs and then sent them to A.X.E, so then they went ahead and finished the songs, but, you know, the actual full project of Venomous 5, they would like to do all together. So my assumption is the songs that have come out on the Songs of Samhain are from those sessions, and that's kind of why they're getting put out there and sent out there, which, you know, they're building a lot of hype behind Venomous 5. It's been 4 years now since the Almighty came out, where Venomous came out and mentioned Venomous 5 and kind of set the tone. But if you remember correctly, the first time there was ever any mention of Dark Lotus, there was a good three and a half year wait. So I imagine at some point you gotta let that hype stop simmering and just fucking deliver the Venomous 5. So hopefully they can get themselves synced up together to get that project out. But I've really been fucking with the Venomous 5 tracks. I do think that they sound good even though they weren't recorded together, which tells me when they do finally get that album out, it's gonna blow fucking minds away. So, and I'm new to the Ala Zululu fandom. I'm a newly formed Zuligan earlier this year. I did finally start listening to Zula. As you can see, I am repping a shirt here. I actually really love this shirt a lot because it's got the Super Famous Fun Time guys as well, and it kind of, I feel, builds to the lore of them joining Long Live Evil. So, rambling enough about Venomous 5, let's jump into our favorite tracks, which is Go Out. Virus spread quickly, spray on the 12 gauge, got them looking like Swiss cheese. Just a newbie and I'm the veteran. Stomach tight, knots and need a Bennigan. Go concerned with your life. I got my own shit to live. I don't wanna go out like some of my own heroes. Sing it. And the world hates when I sing it. Yep, enter the center, going deep inside of your brain slow. I'm on the sick result of all aggression, you let go. It's my fault I insult and go off, it's like a train wreck. 1,000 times, 100 lines, reassuring that my brain said, hold it down back. Heavier every time.
Snap them all like Wesley, open them up like sesame. Holding the heart of my enemy, I told you this shit can go heavily. How many times do I have to say it though? Always under, never under control. And how many times must I repeat again? I am invincible.
Paint the town red.
Black as my spring, cue the murder please. Ain't no kerosene, we don't burn, we cling. Puncture wounds, paint the scene. I've been on adrenaline, so give me the light. Back in the coffin by the morning, not a fan of the light. I'm gonna paint this town red. Leaving a fight, went from your shit, let's do a hit, just one bite. I've been on adrenaline, so give me the light. Back in the coffin by
and Quarantine.
save me from the disease of living. Let me in, please don't forgive me. Save me from the disease of living. Trying to relate to recovering, although I'm wondering if there's a heaven and while I'm suffering. Stuck like a buffering. Surrounded by crows and mutterings. Shit is hovering. Heartbeat path flattering. No chance every.
So, obviously, again, like I said, I'm feeling the Venomous 5 tracks. Both of them made it into my top 5. Again, I've heard people say that they don't feel this one as well. They don't like it as well. They feel like it's definitely the weakest of the three. I would agree and echo that sentiment, but I do like this album from front to back. Again, I can listen to it front to back. It's in 2 playlists where I do that. But I can see where people feel like that. I feel like songs like Needle on the Record, Haunted Thoughts, Halloween Treat, like they're good tracks, but I can definitely skip them to get to the next one. Halloween Treat, last year Twisted had put out Unlikely Prescription. They're kind of more driven and focused towards their rock sound right now. So I think Halloween Treat's not a bad track, but it's definitely very standout from the rest of the album. So I can see where people probably didn't care for that as well. But Go Out, I think, is a great fucking track. Haunted Thoughts is good. I was honestly surprised that I didn't put it in my top 5 because I've been really fucking with the HOK tracks. Again, if you haven't watched my review for Songs of Samhain 1, I actually went and listened to the first couple House of Crazy's albums because of Songs of Samhain. Like, I was really fucking with every single HOK track on these albums, and I was like, yo, I need to go check out the early shit because I've never done it. I just never have. Aside from what they've released on the Cryptic Collections, I've never checked out House of Crazies. So you got my top 5. My favorite of them, and this may blow some people away, and maybe it won't because I think some people know that this is kind of more my style. But my favorite track is Sing It. I love the harmonizing on here. I love Jamie singing his fucking heart out. I just love the whole vibe. Everybody killed it on that track. So I really enjoyed it quite a bit. Again, nursery rhyme from a different time follows kind of the same thing as the first one. The nursery rhyme is exactly the same as the first one, but then you have like some added ad-libs from Fatty Patty Pumpkin Bench. I feel like I knew going into these reviews I was going to fuck his name up, so I've been actively trying to avoid saying it, and here I am saying it and probably fucking it up. But I really enjoy this album just as much as the rest of them, but I definitely can agree it's definitely the weakest, but it still comes hitting pretty fucking hard to me. So thankfully I'm stuffed up. I didn't even smell the pumpkin spice. It comes with 2 stickers as well, and they've got the smell all over that motherfucker. So yeah, if you've listened to Songs of Samhain 2, the haunted record player, and I've actually heard people just flat out refer to this as the haunted record player, and it's fucked with me. Like, I've heard Joker's Gallery mention it in some of the 5-piece episodes where he's just like, that haunted record player album, but I'm like, it tripped me up because I had to think about it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the Songs of Samhain 2. It's definitely a lengthy title. I usually just refer to it as Songs of Samhain 2, but I guess naming it the haunted record player is much simpler. I just don't think simple, I guess. But yeah, if you have listened to this album, tell me down below what it is about this album that you like. And again, Roan, I'm calling you out in this review as well. Tell me down below what it is about this album that you don't care for. I know you've said that you feel like Twisted cares more about their solo projects, but again, I feel like they brought a lot of energy, so I don't know what it is that are his expectations. Hopefully I don't call you out on the 3rd fucking review, because I really feel bad every time I call you out, because I'm like starting to become your rival when it comes to some fucking albums that come out. But yeah, tell me down below what you guys think about Songs of Samhain 2, the haunted record player. You can head over in the description now, or head down into the description rather, to find a couple links if you'd like to go pick up a DCFAYGOGUY shirt or merch to support me. I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
I'm sweet.